Hey guys, Comics here, and today I'll be covering Uzumaki by the infamous Junji Ito Chapter 3. Now, as I've said before in my previous cover, there is a deeper meaning to every spiral event in the town, so let's see what this town will spiral into today. Now, let's get into it. When Kiri started going to high school, she recalls meeting a pretty reserved girl named Asami. Her friend always had boys in her yard lining up for her milkshakes, but she constantly gives them the cold shoulder. Later, Kiri's classmates heard a rumor about her friend Asami. Apparently, she has some kind of secret magic power of attracting all the guys and dumping them right after they get obsessed. The secret is on her forehead, but no one can confirm because she has full-on bangs. They warn her to be careful because she might steal her boyfriend Suichi. Asami suddenly pops up and they walk off together to the water fountain. When Asami washes her face, Kiri spots a moon crest-shaped scar on her forehead. Asami notices her looking and tells her to ignore the other girls and their rumors. She tells the story of how she got it by trying to impress a boy she liked, and ever since then, she has gotten every boy she ever liked. Coinky-dink? As Kiri is walking towards Suichi's house after school, Asami tags along wanting to meet him. I don't like the look on her face. Suichi hasn't been going to school lately because of everything that has happened. When they arrive, he slowly comes out of the dark, looking like he's been living in a bomb shelter for years. Kiri introduces Asami, and he is immediately repulsed because he can sense the spiral. He yells at them to go away and for Asami to never come back. Kiri apologizes for his outburst, but Asami is still shocked at how he reacted. Kiri calls him up to scold him for acting so rude, but he warns her to watch out because she is a spiral. When he hangs up, Asami suddenly shows up at his doorstep in an attempt to lure him. He freaks out and she asks why he isn't intrigued by her like other boys. He tells her that she is contaminated by the spiral on her forehead. She looks in the mirror and her crescent scar has turned into a small spiral. He tells her it's because the town is contaminated by the spiral and to leave in order to save herself. Instead, she decides to get an apartment within the town and obsess over Suichi to the point where she goes to his house every night. Kiri breaks it down to her friend to stay away from her boyfriend, but she refuses. Wow, what a great friend. Out of nowhere, a whirlwind comes by and suddenly her scar spiral becomes bigger. Kiri points it out to Asami, but she just runs away and happens to hide where one of her pursuers happen to be at. He confesses his feelings and feels like he's being sucked in by her. Kiri notices that she hasn't been going to school for a couple of days and tries to check up on her at her apartment. Asami ignores her, so Kiri leaves her alone. Suichi calls Kiri up and asks about a guy that happens to like Asami. Apparently, he asks to meet with Suichi alone at the park. Worried, she checks on the park to see what is happening. She runs into Asami on her way and asks what is going on. Asami asks Kiri if she could check on her eye and takes off her hat. Well, your eyes look fine. Kiri is stunned and Asami arrives at the park. Her boy is like, yo, I got Suichi, so you'll date me now, right? Nope, she's done. He becomes so furious that he slaps off her hat to reveal that half her face is already gone from her spiral. He, for some ass reason, decides to touch the spiral because he saw a bone. Oh yeah, he wanted a bone, alright. He gets sucked right into her spiral and disappears. Kiri catches up and finds Suichi up on the tree like a scared kitty cat. They look over to where Asami was and half her body is already sucked into the spiral. As Suichi predicted, she disappears completely and disappears forever, consumed completely by her own spiral. Can you guess what this spiral is all about? Yep, Asami is so into herself that, well, she literally got sucked into herself. Apparently the scar is from when she tried to impress a boy that she liked on the playground, and when she fell, she got a scar. But ever since then, she has gotten every boy that she ever liked. It just so happens the one guy who's unavailable doesn't fall in love with her at first sight. And that's when the obsession starts again. And that's why her spiral or her scar started to become a spiral rather than any other time before. She's like, why don't you like me? Because she's so used to every guy falling in love with her that I think she became narcissistic. Ultimately, her obsession with herself hurt those around her and ultimately herself as she is consumed by her own spiral to be no more of this world. But what do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you not agree? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Sweet dreams.